Hey friends, welcome to Harvesting. In today's video, we're going to have a look at sets in JavaScript, which is an awesome way to manage your arrays by not making values to repeat. So let's get started. So to get started, let's have a look at what sets actually are. So a set is just an array which has unique values. For example, if you have an array with 2, 2, 4, 6, 9, okay, these are numbers. 2 is repeating twice. But if you have a set, when you create the set, the extra 2's will be removed. So no value can repeat in a set, but in an array we can repeat the values. So that's the main difference between arrays and sets. And there are also different methods that you will use when you use sets when compared to arrays. You won't use push, pop, unshift, all those methods with sets. With sets you use methods like add, delete, clear, has, and we'll go through each of these methods in the video. So let us start and jump into VS Code. So let's go ahead and open up VS Code. And I've created two files here, index.html and script.js. So in our index.html, let's get our boilerplate set up. I'm gonna change the title to sets in JavaScript. And also let's link up our script. So you can have a script source, and let's have the source of script.js. And since I'm using VS Code, it does not mean that you have to use VS Code. You can use whatever editor you like. And to create a file, just click this button and give it a name, okay? So now let's go ahead and create a new set. So it's kind of similar to doing an array, but you do it in a different way. So you create your constant or let or var, whatever you want to use. So const my set is what I'm going to name it, equals, and just directly giving like this, you're going to create an instance of the new set object. Okay, so you're going to give a new set. So you're creating a new set object, and the set as the argument, you're going to give an array. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe even 5. And in here, we have a linked up a script tag. So what we can do is right click and open this with live server. And if you don't have live server installed, you can just go ahead and install it on your system. And also let's go ahead and log our set. So console.log my set. So if you return here, right click inspect and go into our console. We'll see that we have this set, and it's not an array. It's kind of like an array, but it's completely different. Okay, so you can't repeat values. I'm just gonna show it to you right now that we can't repeat values, but you can see that this is an array with these items. So it has 5 items, and these are the numbers in it. So what do you mean by it does not repeat? So let's have 1, 2, 5. We have repeated 1, 2, and 5 twice, and 3 and 4 not repeated. That does not matter. If you return now and reload the page, you'll see that still there's just these 5 numbers. That's because, as I told, sets cannot have duplicates. So every value in a set will be unique and it will not repeat itself. That's the reason you don't have the other 1s and 2s and 5s in here. When I initialized it, I gave an array like this, but now it's reduced down to just this kind of an array. And instead of doing this, you could also go ahead and maybe have const arr equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could also just input this arr in here. That also totally works. It's just fine. However you do it, if you return here, you'll see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how sets work in the basic way. Now let's go ahead and look at how we can add data to our set. So if you're using an array, we could do an arr.push or pop, or there are a lot of methods you could do with arrays, but it's different with a set. So if I go ahead and do my set.push or something, if I could type it properly, let's try that. You'll see that it will not work. So my set.push is not a function. That's because sets don't have those functions that are there in an array. So we're gonna go ahead and add something to our set. For that, we'll give my set.add. So this is a set function, and when you do that, you can give the number what you want to add. So for example, let's have 6 in there. Okay, so now if you log it and make sure you are adding it before you log it, then you'll see that there's 6 still there. What if you give in 5 in here, because there's already a 5. If you return there, still just like that, how we saw before, it won't repeat. There'll still be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's how you add items to a set. What if you want to remove items? You could use the delete function, which is also a part of the set object or the set class, and you could type in what you want to remove. So you can type in 4, go back, and you'll see there's just 4 numbers in here, 1, 2, 3, and 5, because we removed 4. So that's how you can add and remove data from a set. Next, let's go ahead and look if a value actually exists in a set. For example, now I want to know if the number 3 exists in my set, then we'll use the hash function. So instead of delete, let's, you know what, this actually returns a boolean, so I'm just going to keep it in here, my set dot hash, and let's see if it has the number 4. Okay, we already have 4. I removed the line where we removed 4, okay? So now we see if that's true. What if we add a number which is not there? For example, 100. You see we get false. That's because 100 is not there in this set. So that's an easy way to check if a number or an object is there in this set, okay? And another thing you could do is, which is the last thing you could do with sets, is to clear it, okay? So you could do my set dot clear. And this is just gonna go ahead, clear the set, nothing is gonna be remaining in the set. And now if I were to log the set, let's go ahead and see that. You see it's just a set with nothing in it. Also you could get the size of the set just using the size property, size. You know what, let's just log that out. Okay, you don't actually need this line. If you return here, you can see there's 5. So if I add one more item in here, or maybe more than that, so you can see there are 8 items. So it's kind of like an array in looking the size, but that's how it works. And in arrays we use length, but here it's size. So that was it for this video. Hope you liked it and found it helpful. If you did like it, please go ahead and like the video, and also please subscribe to my channel. It encourages me to do more videos like this. And bye friends.